Hey, good evening. I'm really happy to have you here. My name is Daniel, I was a professional opera singer and beatboxer, and tonight we're gonna be listening to Geoff Castellucci's rendition of Monster Mash. So I really love the original of this piece. I listen to it pretty much every October, and it just makes me smile, and there's a lot to just really enjoy about the tune. I'm really excited to hear Geoff's rendition of it. I remember I heard it once when it came out, but I really don't remember how he did it or pretty much anything about the video. So I'm really excited to jump back into it, and I hope you guys are as well. So without any further delay, let's just do it. Love the set and their costumes. Woo! Woo! These harmonies!
I was working in my lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight when my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash. From the laboratory in the Castellucci to the master bedroom. The ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrode. They did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash.
This is incredible!
Yes, they did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, all were digging the sound. The eagle on the stage backed by his hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive. The Crypt Kicker 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maestro.
That Foley.
They played the mash. The monster mash. They played the mash. The monster mash. Out from his coffin, Drax voice did array. It seems he was bothered by. He opened his coffin and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?" It's now the monster mash, and it's a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. It's now the monster mash. Now everything's cool, Drax a part of the band, and my monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them, oh good, you're awake.
Was she there the whole time?
Let's dance, my darling, shall we?
Oh, that out of tune piano. It hurts my soul. Oh, dude. That was that was so great. Like the set design, the costumes, the lighting, the greens and blues and little purples, and oh yeah, really reminiscent of really spooky colors in that theme. And that was so good. And the Foley of the chains or the glass breaking and the water bottle bone crack. Like there was just so much going on outside of the music itself. But speaking of the music itself, this piece really paid tribute to the original. Just in terms of that spoken in rhythm line, but because it's Geoff's voice, it's just so much lower and richer. So just to have all the lines just so consistently spoken, but not only on a beat, but with actual pitches and singing on those pitches, but in a really relaxed way. Not too uncommon from a recitative in opera, or a transitioning scene from a big musical number to a next musical number. But in order to advance the story, you have an in-between scene where it's more spoken dialogue between characters, but it still has music under it, and you're still singing the lines. Oh, dude, this was so cool. Everything just worked so well together. Let's just jump into this analysis. And I see the gramophone back there. That's cool. That his nice little signature on the video. La 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 la. I love these arpeggios they have in the beginning, or these broken chords. They're really, really tight and really good. And I like these different attacks he has on these oohs, because they're not just oohs, they have a little bit more attack on the beginning of them, so you feel more of a hoo, instead of ooh, ooh, ooh with a glottal. You just add that H to emphasize into that, or to just really scoop into that ooh, hoo, instead of ooh, hoo. It adds a little bit more momentum to really charge into the leading vocal line, which is a really good touch.
I was working in my lab late one night when my eyes
Oh, just the way he approached that. I was working in my lab late one night when my eyes... Just having this facial expression alongside this just sultry, smooth vocal line. Oh, it's so cool.
held an eerie sight when my monsters in my slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise...
Yeah, and their movement is... It's so much sharper than what I believe a human body is capable of. And not to say that there aren't really incredible dancers that can do very sharp and very crisp movement. It's more just like, it's inhuman, like the jaggedness of it. They feel like animatronics on It's a Small World. Just a little too crisp, which is a little discomforting, but I'm sure that's exactly what he's trying to go for. Same thing with all of the Foley. Nothing too over dramatic, but definitely discomforting to a certain extent.
He did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash.
Yeah, and he's just taking his time on these words. They did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. And just really taking his time on that. My voice doesn't go as low as he does, so I'm sorry, I'm just vocal frying it. And he's using much more of his chest voice. But gosh darn it, dude. He's just so nice. So nice. Love his sound.
It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the Castellucci to the master bedroom. The ghouls all came from the humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrode.
First, I love the effect, and I love that this is Dr. Frankenstein speaking, and moving on.
They did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. Yes, they did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just...
I like how he differs from the original in just how he approaches some of the musical lines. The zombies were having fun. The zombies were having fun. I love it. I love it.
begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, all were digging the sound. The Igor on the strings backed by his
I just love so much how this sounds like 50s doo-wop.
hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive. Maestro.
Completely unfazed. Where he should.
They played the
I love how unfazed he is because he should be unfazed.
The monster mash. They played the mash. The monster mash. Out from his coffin, Drax' voice did a ring. It seems he was bothered by. He opened his coffin and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?"
It's just so fun. Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist? It's just, there's just so much humor, and especially how he just went into Dr. Frankenstein Geoff's frame to speak that line. It's just so much fun. It's hard to comment so much on the music when not only they're having fun, or Geoff and the other Geoffs are having fun, but I'm just so wrapped by what they're doing, and I'm having such a good time with it too, that it's hard to be so analytical when you're having such a good time, you know?
It's now the monster mash, and it's a graveyard smash.
And I love how he just doesn't take away from the calm, composed self throughout the entirety of the piece. You know, his voice doesn't become really enveloped in the whimsy of the doo-wop. His voice from the very beginning up until the very end is just very relaxed in how he approaches each musical phrase. It was a graveyard smash kind of thing. Instead of, it was a graveyard smash, da-doo-da-doo, or something like that. But you get my point, hopefully.
Got on and flash. It's now the monster mash. Now everything's cool. Drax a part of the band, and my monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them, la 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 la. Oh good, you're awake.
So, I don't think I've seen her in any voice play videos or any other personal Geoff video, but I do know that Geoff's married, so that might be his wife, maybe his sister if he has a relative, I'm not really sure. But regardless, it was a really nice touch just having her be there and just the entirety of the video for this one particular moment. So he could just say, "Oh good, you're awake. Let's dance, my darling." His charisma is very high, but he's also just haunting. I love it.
Let's dance, my darling, shall we?
And his evil laugh is just so good. My evil laugh isn't anywhere close to that. Like, his is just so deep and sultry and just a little grimy. Mine feels much more like Gaston's laugh from Beauty and the Beast. It's true, LeFou, and I got my sights set on that one. But nah, his is just really deep and like Dark King of the Underworld evil laugh, and I love it. It's really cool. And this piano. Playing the melody to Fur Elise on a piano that is so out of tune is just, it not only brings back just really uncomfortable memories, but just, it's like nails on a chalkboard. When I was in university, we had multiple practice rooms, and these practice rooms were incredibly small. Just enough for a small piano to fit in and be pushed against a wall, with enough room to pull the bench out to sit in it. And that was about it. And there was a mirror on the wall. But there were no windows. It was just so small. But there were tons of them for many students to practice. But that being said, many of the pianos were either out of tune or some of the keys were completely unplayable. And oftentimes you'll see students, especially piano performance majors, either taking rooms with grand pianos in them, where they know that those pianos are tuned a little bit better and are actually playable, or will try to take an actual classroom, because our classrooms also had pianos in them, grand pianos, and would take those instead of the practice rooms when the classrooms weren't being occupied, of course. And it was so tough trying to find a practice room that had a decent enough piano that wasn't either out of tune or could be fully played for either practicing for musicianship classes, harmony classes, counterpoint, music analysis, and the list just goes on and on and on. There were so many different classes that just required our undivided attention in just getting through everything. And oh my gosh, especially during the busiest times of day where you're just trying to find a practice room and there's only one available, and you just walk into it and you realize that the piano is just so atrocious that there was a reason nobody was in that practice room. Breaks my heart, man. Breaks my heart. Yeah, that was still a really fun video. I had a really good time with that, if you couldn't tell. But man, that was so fun. Great job, Geoff. Great job. If your goal was to provide a little bit of discomfort, but also completely envelop your audience in your warm and whimsical tones and atmosphere, that's exactly how I felt. I just feel so good watching that. Great job, man. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't like it, please leave a dislike and let me know why in the comments. I do read all of the comments, even if I might not heart or reply to all of them, so please just know that your comments do not go unnoticed. My live streams are Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys would like to stop by and say hey or ask me any kind of questions, I'd be more than happy to be there for you. I leave my live streams up on my channel, so you're more than welcome to check those out as well. Some of the things that I really enjoy talking about are philosophy, psychology, sociology, ideas, concepts, pretty much anything that allows me to grow as a person and do what I can to be better for myself, for others, and the world around me. If you guys would like to contribute to that, or if you guys would just like to ask your own individual questions directly to me, again, I'm going to be there for you, and I would love for you to be there. And it's going to still be Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is subject to change, but again, that is what it is right now. My Patreon is still under development, and I really appreciate your patience in that regard. All I have to do is really just pound out a bunch of content for it, and there's a lot of different content for the different tiers of the Patreon, and I have to make all of this content on top of my already busy schedule, so I really do appreciate your patience on that. I deeply appreciate all of you being here. It really does mean a lot to me, and I can't express that enough, so thank you. And I can't wait to see all of you in the next video. Have a great rest of your evening, everyone.